Now then, welcome to the channel and Shap, and day one of a multi-day adventure, a little stroll through the Lake District. Today we're going to walk over to, where are we going? Where are we going, Charlie, today? Askham, staying in the Punchbowl in Askham, and then from there it's Glenridding tomorrow, and then from Glenridding to Dockrey, then a few buses home. Right, so as we plod through these fields, we'll have a look at the route for day one. Come on, Charlie, we go. So as a point of interest straight away, this here, it's called the Goggleby stone. It's some kind of ancient monument. I don't know exactly, well, I don't know what all the details about. I just know it's marked on the map as an ancient monument. I'll tell you what, this hat's going to do my head in. Got big camping rucksack with us today, and back of it keeps catching on that, so that might get dispensed with before long. And I tell you what, it's warm and humid this afternoon. Whew. Right, keep on plodding on through the fields. Oh, blooming heck, it's a bit overgrown. Is this path? I mean, it's like an old walled lane, is this? I was practically on my hands and knees to get through that bit back there, especially with this rucksack on. Oh, it looks like we're coming up to another overgrown bit as well. Oh, and it's warm and humid. Well, there's no flies around, which is a bit of a surprise. Right, another overgrown bit. So that bit wasn't as bad. So before we go any further, I'll just tell you about this charity that I'm doing the cycle ride for in September. You may have seen some of my cycling videos, and I've mentioned it in a few walking videos recently now. They've had catastrophic floods on 19th of July. They lost a load of food and bedding. Fortunately, all animals were all right, but the kennels and the cattery were completely flooded. There's structural damage as well. It's going to cost absolutely thousands to repair and replace the items that they've lost. So if you can, I'd really like you to click this or scan this QR code here, or click on the link in the description to give a donation to my Just Giving page for Oak Tree Animals Charity. Yeah, they really need as much help as they can at the moment after these floods, so that'd be great if you could. Thank you in advance. Right, we'll carry on along this walled lane. Charlie, Charlie, come on this way. Up here, Charlie, Charlie, up here. So we've just passed that sign there for the coast to coast, and that's last time I was in these parts. 15 years ago when I did that. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I always said I'd do it again, but I don't know now. A 7-mile walk in lakes is enough for me for a weekend, and needing a day to recover, let alone 2 weeks plus on trot. 16 days we did it over. That was 15 years ago, 2010, when I did that. And it wasn't as well signposted as it is. And well, it wasn't a national trail back then. So yeah, we'll go down here. We'll have a look at Shap Abbey, and then the path that we follow pretty much along the river Lowther into Bampton Grange. That's all the route of the coast to coast. Yeah, so we'll get on down to Shap Abbey. So you could just see the abbey sticking out behind the trees there, and beyond them in the distance, that's looking over to the far eastern fells. You can make out Kidsty Pike, and then to the left of that is High Street. They're quite distinctive. Aye, so we'll carry on down and have a look at this abbey. We are in the remains of Shap Abbey. I'll leave a link, if I can find one, to an information page in the description. Yeah, it's quite good. Right, I've been here before, like I say, on coast to coast. So we now head back that way and find the coast to coast path, and we follow that all the way to Bampton Grange. Right, on we go. Well, it appears the coast to coast path is on the other side of the river. I'm sure when I did it, came along this way, I'm sure we were on this side of the river. Mind you, we had made a bit of a diversion, because our overnight stay the previous night was in Bampton Grange, so that was slightly off route, so that might be why we came up this side. Well, now it's nice and peaceful along here. Use the sheep for company. And of course Charlie, and this blooming hat that's irritating me, catching on my rucksack. Oh, on we go. Well, I was just thinking, all the fields we've come through so far have been sheep, but there has been signs of bovine activity, and look at this now, and they've got young with them as well. Oh well, let's see. Charlie, this way, fella. This way, Charlie. Come on, this way. Well, we managed to negotiate the cattle without incident. They weren't bothered at all. Just stopped back there, get Charlie a drink. Oh, it's warm and humid. And I think it's safe to say not many people come this way. The paths are rather distinct and overgrown. Obviously I didn't come this way when I did coast to coast. I mean, we started off when we left Bampton Grange, we were certainly on this side of the river, but we must have crossed over onto the other side somewhere, because I don't remember any of this. Right, on we go. This side, Charlie. Well, we've just come through Hegdale Farm there, and there was a signpost, Bampton Grange 1 mile. Oh, I'll be glad of, because we can get Charlie in River down there, and it's, have I mentioned it's warm today? Yeah, some people in front of us as well. This is confusing me, is this now, because I was sure I'd come up this way on coast to coast, but I don't remember any of this. Mind you, it is 15 years ago, and I can hardly remember what I had for breakfast yesterday morning, so I may well have come this way, but I just don't remember it at all. Right, on we plod to Bampton Grange. Well, I'm even more confused now. I've just passed a couple going that way, and they're doing coast to coast. So whether it is on this side or that side, I don't know. I mean, all the signs at Shap Abbey seem to suggest it was on the other side, and I don't remember any of this. Oh, I tell you what, I'll be glad to get to Bampton Grange though. So I'm not doing much filming because it's just a plod through fields, and when you've seen one field of sheep, you've seen them all, haven't you? Right, on we go. Well, we're in Bampton Grange, and that signpost there where that footpath that we've just come out on, it says Shap via Rosgill, 3 miles. I can't believe we've only done 3 miles. But there's no mention at coast to coast, so I don't know. And that there, the Crown and Mitre, that's where we stayed, and it looks distinctly shut now, doesn't it? In fact, I've stayed there a couple of times. Well, river's that way and we're going this way, so it's getting warm. We'll see if there's any streams up here to get Charlie in. Right, on we go. Last time we were here, we came down that footpath there because we'd been up there. That's an outlying fell called Knipe Scar, and I know we did that from Bampton Grange. I think that's the way we came down. Or did we come down further on up here? It might have been further up here. Oh, right, on we go. Well, that's that road going off down there to that farm. That was the planned route. I'm not going that way. When I looked on Google Earth and our planet route, it had potential to be cowy through the fields up there, and there are quite a lot of cows around up that way, so Yeah, and it's getting too hot for Charlie. I mean, blooming temperature forecast wasn't for it to be anything like this today. And this road, looked on map, and it goes over at river. So we'll get Charlie in effect. I might be able to get him in it down here. So yeah, we've got 3.5 to 4 miles to go, and it's going to be all on road. So that's going to be a bit tedious. Right, on we go. Well, it was a lot of good me trying to take a cow avoiding route, wasn't it? For goodness sake. Right, let's get through them. Go on, Charlie, this way. Come on, good boy. Go on. Charlie, come on, quick shot. See ya. Well, I've never been so glad to be through a gate. Whew, they took far too much interest in us. Ah dear. Safely negotiated though. Onwards. Well, I saw this bridleway marked on map, goes to a footbridge down there, and then there's a footpath runs along by side at river. So I thought, oh, we'll try that. And that sign on the gate there, free roaming cows, pigs, ponies and everything. So I'm not going that way. I've just come down. I'm going to get Charlie in this little stream here, let him have a paddle and a play in there, cool him down, and then we're going back up there, and we're going to just stick to the road all the way into to Askham. So that's going to be a bit tedious. We've still got about 3.5 miles to go, I think. Well, maybe 3. Right, I'm going to get Charlie in this stream. Well, we're back on the road, and I just noticed on that gate, as well as it saying about pigs and cows and ponies, there's a sign saying there's water buffalo in that field as well. I don't think I want to be confronting one of them. No, so we're going to stick to the road all the way into Askham now. Oof, on we go. So we've come to that gate, and I've had enough at road, and this track will take us back onto our intended route with warnings of wild stallions and longhorn cattle roaming around. No, they not. I can't get away from them. Water buffalo in that other field. That took me by surprise, seeing that. It doesn't look as if there's anything going to be in our way along here. So we come to the river, and like I say, our original route, and we follow that all the way back to Askham, hopefully, without getting trampled. On we go. So through that gate, and we're back on our intended route now. Only 1.5 miles to go, which is good. Ooh, I'll be glad of a pint and get my feet up, I know that. Pint more than anything though. So we've branched left at that fork in the tracks. Oh, and I can't wait to get to the pub. Ugh, this has been a slog. I knew it'd be just like farmland and stuff like that on the first day, but it's been awful. And that road section has played havoc with my feet. I've got a blister on my right one now. Don't know how that's going to affect the next 2 days. Anyway, we'll carry on plodding along here and probably see you when we get to the pub. Ah, well, blooming heck, what a day. I'm going to have to take care of my feet tonight. That road, it's just played havoc with me. I can't remember last time I had a blister. Got one on each foot now. Absolutely awful. Oh, anyway, we installed that first pint, didn't touch sides. Got a nice bath in their room as well. So I'll be diving in that. Then down for whatever they've got to eat. Better be big portions. I'm absolutely starving. Charlie's just had his tea, but no doubt there'll be something else for him when we go downstairs. Yeah, not been the best day walking I've ever had. But we're here, and next 2 days, as long as I can take care of my feet, next 2 days should be significantly better. We're going over our one and only categorised hill tomorrow is Heughscar Hill, which is an outlying fell. So we do that and down to Howtown, then we're back on the boat into Glenridding, and then we're going to stay in the Ullswater Inn, which is where we stayed for Christmas last year. So that should be all right. Right, I'm going to have a nice soak, and then we're going to go down for dinner. So we'll see you in a bit. So we're fed and watered. Oh, I'm absolutely shattered. I don't think it'll be long before I'm asleep once my head hits this pillar. Charlie just having his supper. Oh, what a bizarre place this is. I asked if they do packed lunches. Oh, it's the first time anybody's asked us if we do packed lunches. in a walking area like this, they'd never been asked if they do packed lunches or not. So that was a performance, then trying to arrange for a packed lunch, which they've now charged me £14.50 for. For a sandwich, a packet of crisps and an orange, £14.50. And then when I'd had my evening meal and they came to me with bill, I said, well, aren't you just going to put it on my room and I'll pay it before, when I check out in the morning? Oh no, they won't know how to do that in the morning. So strange. So yeah, we're going to call it a night now. I was hoping to be back up in time to watch highlights at Tour de France, but there's only 10 minutes of it left now, so not much point in that. So we're going to turn in. Charlie's finished his supper. We've been out for last walk, so that's it. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get a good night's sleep. We're right above bar here, so I don't know what the noise is going to be like. Right, so we're going to turn in now and we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. Up, breakfasted. We had a decent night's sleep. Actually, there was no noise at all. I expected to hear some racket going on front bar, but there were nothing. So yeah, it was a good night's sleep. It's a nice place, is this? Apart from, I said yesterday I couldn't believe it when I asked for a packed lunch. Oh, nobody's ever asked us for a packed lunch before. And then when I said, well, aren't you putting my evening meal onto my room when I settle up when I check out? Oh no, we don't do that. So yeah, it's not a very big walk today. It's about 5.5 miles from here to Howtown. No major elevations to go over. We're just doing Heughscar Hill, which is an outlying fell. 5.5 miles.
I've got some blister pads to put on my feet. That road walking yesterday absolutely killed them. Alright, so we're just going to chill out for a bit. We're in no rush. It's not going to take us that long to get to Howtown, and as boat until 2:25 past. So we're just going to chill out here for a bit, and then we'll catch you on the road.
So we're on our way. I was hoping to be able to loiter around the hotel until about 11 o'clock. Just after 10 we got chucked out. So it's only 5.5 miles, and our boat doesn't leave until 2:25 past, so we'll only be dawdling along. The feet seem okay at the moment. There's no great ascents to do today, and it'll be a much better day than yesterday. Once we get through the village, we'll be off tarmac, and we're just on tracks and footpaths all the way to Howtown. So as we head on through Askham, we'll have a look at today's route. So we're just steadily climbing our way up this bridle way. Once we get up here, we're not actually going to the summit of Heughscar Hill, which is the outlying Wainwright. That'll be off over to our right. We're going to go below that and over to a stone circle called the Cockpit, which dates from Bronze Age. And it's at crossroads of two what I believe to be Bronze Age trading routes, this being one of them, the track that we're on now. So yeah, we'll have a good look around that when we get up there. It might even be coffee and a chew time when we get up there. Up we go. So we've branched right again, and I tell you what, it's nice to be walking on grass. And once we get to that clump of trees that you saw in front of us and over that brow there, I think that's our high point of the day. I have been round here before when we did Heughscar Hill and went over to have a look at all the Bronze Age stuff on Moor Divok. Yes, I think we're not that far from our high point already. Oh, I don't know what to do. I've just checked the boat times. I mean, my GPS says it's going to take us about 2.5 hours if we don't stop. So we'll be there for about 20 to 1. And there's a boat at 10 to 1. The one we're supposed to be catching isn't until 2:25 past. Now I could do with stopping for coffee and a chew and lunch and all that on the way. But that means we're going to have to waste 2 hours somewhere. So I think we'll probably end up stopping. I'm not gonna leg it over there to get the 10 to 1 boat, because we won't be able to check into our room until 3 anyway. So we'll just have a nice little amble. I'm expecting it to be a considerably more enjoyable day than yesterday. It's cooler. With no water buffalo to contend with. Yeah, we should have some nice views when we get over to Heughscar Hill. We should be able to see down to Ullswater. I mean, the far distance fells, well, you can't see anything behind us because there ain't any. But when we did get a glimpse in front, they were all a bit hazy. But we should be able to see down to Ullswater anyway. Right, upwards we go. little bracken covered mound that we're passing there. That's marked on the map as a tumulus, which will be our first Bronze Age feature of the walk. That'll be an old burial mound. Right, so we've dropped down here because there's a load of folks up there with the dogs. We're not going up to the top of Heughscar Hill anyway, so it doesn't matter about coming down this way. Right, onwards. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit for you on them trees right in the distance, because where are they over to the right? In there? Can you make them out? No, it's all a bit hazy, isn't it? Anyway, in there there's a load of trucks and caravans and everything. That's Lowther Castle, and they're all getting ready for Kendal Calling Festival, which is next weekend. Right, we make our way up here to these cross paths. So we took a left there, and over behind them trees you can see over there, up that way, that's up to Heughscar Hill, which is the outlying fell. We're not bothered about that. So we kind of make our way down here. It's blooming art catching on my rucksack towards the Cockpit stone circle. So we've come straight over at that cross tracks. We seem to be following the signs for this Askham Fell loop. Now there was a few of them yesterday as well, right through that field that sign that said there was water buffalo in it as well. That was part of that Askham Fell loop. I tell you what, there's a load of people around, you know, and a load of dogs as well. Now, on we go. So here we are at the Cockpit stone circle. Dates back to the Bronze Age, and as of so many structures of this age, it's not quite clear. Well, it's just not known what it was, whether it was just a meeting place at the crossroads of these two trading routes, or if it had religious significance. Now, so it's the largest of the features around here. So there's loads of them. Right, so that's the Cockpit. So on we go. So there's quite a bit of historical interest around here, as well as all the Bronze Age artefacts. We're at the bottom of the High Street Ridge, which is the Roman road. If we look up there, that's going up to Arthur's Pike. So over Arthur's Pike and Bonscale Pike, and then there's Lodepot Hill, Weather Hill, and then up to High Street. So the Roman road came right over that and down there, and that's that behind us there. That's Heughscar Hill by them trees. Right, on we go. We can just see Ullswater as well. Hang on. So there we go. That's our first glimpse of the top of Ullswater and Pooley Bridge, and that's. Let's see if I can zoom in. That little mound there, covered in trees. We've done that. That's an outlying fell. That's called Dunmallet. We've done that. Right, so onwards along here. A bit of sunshine over there as well. So having mentioned High Street, I've just checked on the map, and I don't think I filmed it. The last bridleway that we passed, going off that way, that was actually High Street. And just come round where I said there's that little bit of sunshine over the other side of Ullswater, and other side of that is Little Mel Fell. It's a much better day than yesterday already. We're about halfway. I was going to stop in Cockpit, as I said, for coffee and a chew, but them lasses were there with the dog. They've just passed us now, so there's people everywhere. So I think we'll find somewhere here for our coffee and a chew, with that view over to Little Mel Fell. So we stopped for coffee and a chew, which has gone already. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that usually when we stop for coffee and a chew, I put a QR code up there that'll take you to buy me a coffee. State at Barnet. Shouldn't have taken my hat off. Yeah, that would take you to buy me a coffee, where you could buy us coffee and a chew. But at the moment, I'm probably ramming it down your throats, but I'm trying to raise money for Oak Tree Animals Charity, the rescue centre where I got Charlie. So that QR code there, if you are thinking about sending any money to the channel to help us out, I'd rather you scanned that QR code there, and that'll take you to my Just Giving page, which is raising money for Oak Tree Animals Charity. And especially at the moment, when a couple of weeks ago they suffered catastrophic flooding. They lost loads of bedding and food and suffered structural damage. So yeah, if you'd like to help them out, you can scan that QR code and that'll take you to Just Giving, and you can donate to Oak Tree Animals Charity. That'd be much appreciated. Right, so we're just gonna, well, Charlie's, he's finished his chew, he's digging in bracken down there, probably getting covered in ticks. I'm gonna admire the hazy view over to Little Mel Fell and finish my coffee. Well, that was coffee and a chew ad. And as I've said before on channel, I don't get people. Now, 99 times out of 100, Charlie's absolutely fine with other dogs. But there's the odd occasion where he gets a bit upset. And the breed that is more likely than any other to get upset with is Black Labradors for some reason. I've absolutely no idea why, but he just doesn't seem to get on with Black Labradors. Now, there was a couple coming towards us, and they had a Black Labrador on one of them extendable leads. Now, they saw me call Charlie over to me and get hold of him, and this Black Labrador's on an extended lead. This bloke said to us, "Oh, mine will come and say hello." So I told him, I says, "Well, you might get snapped at." I says, "Can you just keep yours on a shorter lead?" Just totally ignored me, just kept it long lead, came right. I actually wish Charlie had snapped at it, to be honest. He was okay though, was Charlie. And then a couple of minutes after that, family of four, whether it was obviously two parents, and whether it was two kids or kid and a boy and girlfriend or whatever, they were late teens, 20s, the kids. And as they walked past me, I said good morning to them. Every single one of them just totally blanked me. What goes on? I just don't get people. Give me a Charlie to enjoy the hills with any time. Right, oh, we seem to be dropping down into something of a bit of a ravine here. So we've just come straight over at that cross paths, but if you wanted to do Arthur's Pike and Bonscale Pike, you could go up there, or you could have branched off on the High Street Bridle Way further back. They'll take you up. Plumbing hat on me rucksack. They'll take you up over Arthur's Pike and Bonscale Pike, and you can still drop down after Bonscale Pike to Howtown, get the boat back, or you can just follow the path round the end of Ullswater and walk back to or walk into Glenridding. Aye, sir. we're heading down now. It's only 12 o'clock. How far have we got to go? 2.25 miles. Our boat isn't until 25 past 2, and GPS is going to say, it's saying it'll take us an hour to get there, and it's just gone 12. So if we get to Howtown for just after 12, we could have time for lunch there and get the 10 to 1 boat. But then I'll be getting to hotel 2 hours before check-in time. So what could I do then? Sit in bar and drink beer. We did that when we got to Ribble Head early, didn't we? If you watched that video. Right, we'll see what the crack is when we get to Howtown. Right. Oh, my heart's on crooks. See you in a bit. So, if you're a regular to the channel, you'll know that it appears that I've forgotten how to navigate. Well, it also appears that I've forgotten how to tell the time. And I was just saying there about getting back to Howtown in time to have lunch and get the earlier boat back. Talking out of me you know where. It's 10 past 12 now. And GPS is saying 50 minutes, 55 minutes to Howtown. And early boat leaves at 10 to 1, doesn't it? So where have I got that idea from? Idiot, eh? It's all looking a bit hazy, looking over Ullswater. But, there's no rain forecast, and it was due to get out clear into the afternoon, just as I'm arriving at the bar, probably. See Arthur's Pike up there. Like I say, you could have gone over that on Bonscale Pike and still drops down to Howtown, or just walk along Ullswater back to Glenridding, maybe over Askham Fell as well. You can see in front of us. Yeah, plenty of options. Like I say, it's only going to be a 5.5 mile walk, something like that. So yeah, you could easily add a bit extra on at the end rather than getting boat back. Right, on we go. Yeah. Come on, Charlie. Well, today is infinitely more enjoyable than yesterday. Even if this track has got to be a bit tedious now. We're almost at Howtown now, so I was going to stop just down here for our lunch before we get there, but looks like there might be a bit of drizzle on its way to us. I don't know if we can be entertaining that. Right, we might stop. Oh, don't know what that bird is. Oh, I do now, it's a wren. Or was it a robin? I always get the alarm calls of wren and robin. I always get mixed up for some reason. That might actually be a robin, I think. Oh, God! Charlie! God, that mountain biker scared the out of me. Oh, can I say that? I'll bleep it out. Came out of nowhere. And I was just saying I couldn't remember the difference between a wren and a robin. But yeah, I think that was a... Yeah, I'm saying confidently that was a robin. Like I'm Chris Packham, you know. Right, on we go. So can you just make out there's the 1250 boat just rounding the end of Askham Fell. So it's definitely the 1425 one for us. We've got about an hour and a half to waste from now until catching our boat. So we'll find somewhere for lunch. I mean, if we can find somewhere with this as a view, it won't be too bad to loiter around for half an hour or so, will it? Right, we'll see if we can find somewhere for lunch. So lunch was very pleasant, very leisurely. I don't know if it was £14.50 worth of pleasant though. So we're less than half a mile from Howtown now. So we're going to have about 20-25 minutes to wait when we get down there. I've got some coffee left. Charlie's got plenty of chews. We'll pass the time somehow. I need to get him in lake as well. He's got a bit muddy with his blooming digging back there. So I'll get him cleaned off a bit before we get into the hotel. Yeah, so we'll make our way down to Howtown. Down this way, Charlie. Down this way. Good boy. Charlie, over here. Charlie, up here. So we've arrived at Howtown Pier. Our boat will be coming from over there. We've about 20-25 minutes to wait, something like that. So I'm going to take Charlie around here and see if I can get some mud off him. So yeah, we'll probably have a few shots on boat as we're on our way back, and we'll see you in Glenridding.
So here we are, Glenridding. So now we'll just best go find the pub. So we'll see you in there. Ah, well, we're installed. What a room. It's big enough to spread all my crap out 3 times over. Only trouble is there's a fly buzzing around it, which is upsetting Charlie. But I'll see if I can get rid of that. Oh, yeah, great. So I'm going to get freshened up. That pint I had, it wasn't the best. I got one, and I asked him to change it. It tasted very bottom of the barrel-y. So he went away, and it was away a while, so I don't know if he changed the barrel or what, but he came back and it didn't taste much better, pint that I got. So I'll be having something different when we go back down for tea. So yeah, gonna freshen up, and it'll be time for Charlie's tea, and then we'll go down and sample a different beer and see what's on the menu. We actually we stayed here for Christmas last year and did a few walks. One of them was pretty much the reverse route of what we're doing tomorrow around Glencoyne Head, but it was a grim day that day. It was it Boxing Day was a glorious day when we went up Askham Fell. Was it Christmas Eve when we went up Glencoyne Head, and it was grim. Anyway, I don't know, I can't remember. So yeah, I'm going to get freshened up, get Charlie's tea, and then go down and see what's on offer. So we've fed and watered, and there's been a change of plan for tomorrow. The forecast has changed to it being a bit drizzly pretty much all day long, and possibly the hills clagged in, and we are going up, or we were going up quite high up to Glencoyne Head tomorrow. So I don't feel like it. If it had been another 5 miler or something like that, like we did today, and not so much climbing, I'd have been up for it. But it's 7 miles, and I don't know, about 1,400 feet of climbing. So, and in rain, I don't fancy it. So there's a bus stop just down there. Get a bus there at 5 to 10 in the morning, and on our way home, and we'll be home for about 1:30. So yet another attempted multi-day walk altered due to, well, weather, and I just don't feel like doing 7 miles tomorrow. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this one. Another attempt at a multi-day. It's been 2 days anyway. We've right enjoyed it. It's been all right start to our holidays. So if you've enjoyed it, please do the usual: the liking, subscribing, ringing the notification bell, commenting, sharing. Have a look at the QR code for Oak Tree Animal Centre, or click on the link in description. Any help you can give would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. So hopefully we'll see you on another one quite soon. Ta-ra!